Hello, and welcome to another Franchise Hockey 2 stream. My name is Adam. I'm the community manager of Franchise Hockey. With me, as always, is FHM producer Jeff. Say hi, Jeff.
Hey, everybody.
And we are back to the future with the 2018 Winnipeg Jets. Last time was quite some time ago now, and we just past the trade deadline, where, if memory serves, we offloaded a bunch of players.
Yep, we're in pretty good spot right now, and we're fairly happy with the roster. So Patrick Hornquist was the one guy we brought in, I think, but other than that, didn't change things up too much.
Right.
Got one injury at the moment. Our starter, Mike Hutchinson, is out for another week or so with back spasms, but
yeah.
Aside from that, things are looking pretty good.
I was just pulled up our transactions here. So we got Patrick Hornquist we got rid of a goalie and rights to another guy. And we traded away Tucker Poole.
Yeah, mostly prospects. Nothing that's going to hurt us right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and we traded away Chase DeLeo because he wanted way too much. Right.
That's right. He wasn't going to re-sign. We managed to get a throw-in and a sixth rounder out of the Hawks for him.
Yeah. Which was good. We picked up some more draft picks, which we need.
So here we are now, 18 games left in the regular season. One thing I was going to mention we should do now that we're past the trading deadline, probably want to take Darnell Nurse off the trading block, since there's no chance of moving him for the rest of the season, and there's no point needlessly annoying him by having that trading block status pulling down his morale.
Smiling and being all happy about being with the Jets. And we'll just take a quick look at our possible free agents. We signed mostly everybody except for Brendan Lemieux, but he still wants too much money. Patrick Hornquist is actually a free agent. I'm just curious how much he wants. Currently making $4.25 million.
4.2. He's going to probably ask for some ridiculous amount.
He wants $4.5 for 3 years and a no movement clause.
Yeah, dream on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For a guy who's, he's got a good 4-star rating, but he's had in the last couple of seasons, about 14 points with Tampa this season and 26 the year before. So his scoring has died right out.
Yeah.
Not getting any $4.5 million out of us for that, buddy. Right.
Blake Wheeler is hurt day to day for 3 weeks with a strained groin. He's still 94%. So we're not taking him out. Yes, just named captain.
Wheeler, Jets just named him the captain in real life. Yeah.
Absolutely. Big news.
Speaking of which, we're going to have to maybe think about replacing Andrew Ladd as captain at some point. His role is kind of decreasing with us.
That's okay. Oh, Ron Hextall might get fired soon. Interesting. I'm surprised he's held on this. They've been trading away lots of different pieces. All right, so we got a quick game here with New York. I'm going to sim through it once I get here. See how Hellebuck does.
Yep, the Rangers.
And they beat us 3-1. But we had 53 shots on net to their 33.
Wow. Not a nice thing to do to Hellebuck. And I think we're headed out on a road trip now. We've got 5 away games in a row.
How did we have 53 shots on?
It's not a particularly long one, just Chicago, Nashville, and the West Coast stuff.
Well, Henrik Lundqvist stood on his head. 53 shots against 1 goal.
Well, that was 53 for us and not them. I thought you meant it was them.
Oh, no, for us. He had a 981 save percentage. It's kind of tough to beat them. You can't even be mad.
Yep, same as the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
All of the Rangers are in pretty good shape this season. It's looking like that probably puts them into second in the Metropolitan.
Yeah. But we'll see what happens here. I think we're still doing okay, which is check our owner confidence. We're down a little bit, but we're still in the green, so.
Yeah, nothing to worry about there. We're in much better shape in this one than we are with the 81 Jets.
Yes. Which is kind of appropriate, but And continuing.
Yep.
All right, so we're at Chicago. We'll quickly sim through this game and see how we did. Hopefully beating
Chicago, who's kind of fallen apart in this. Yeah, we should have, because they're terrible this year.
Well, Roberto Luongo, which is still my favorite. And we beat them 6-1. Andrew Ladd, heard you talking about him, had 1 goal and 3 assists. Hellebuck, 2-star, and Austin Matthews had 1 goal and 2 assists for us. We had 10.
Matthews has come along pretty nicely this second year, hasn't he?
Yes. Patrick Hornquist got the first goal, of course. Chicago didn't have
points in 2 games for.
Jordan Eberle's had 36 assists. That's pretty good. And just Julian Gauthier had the worst game at a game rating of 49. With Blake Wheeler.
He's still making progress. He's up to 3.5 stars now in there, so he's only 20, so it's a good rookie season for him.
Blake Wheeler's only at a 51 game rating, too.
He's playing hurt, though, so.
Should we consider setting him out?
Easier on him. You could finally give Brandon Prust a game.
Interesting thought. We signed Brandon Prust. Yeah, he hasn't played a single game. That's okay. He doesn't need to play.
Just sort of sit in the press box and look intimidating.
Yes. Well, I wouldn't want to play. Well, once we get closer to the end of the season, once our spots may be a little more determined, we'll bring him in and see what happens. Actually, looking at our stuff, Kyle Connors actually kind of thrived a bit. Got 42 points, taking over that number 1 center role.
Yep, which is playing hurt at the moment too. Although no, I guess the injury's over by now. He had a bruised forearm. He was day-to-day for a little while.
Yeah, so 42 points is a great improvement over his first year. Even though he's only got 9 goals, but he only had 5 last year.
Yeah,
it took him
definitely a past first guy. 5 goals, 26 assists last year.
Well, what did it take him to last year? It was like January, I think, before he finally got it. And simming through the Nashville game, we just won. And Julian Gauthier comes back with 2 assists. Yeah. Tyler Myers has 2 assists. And Patrick Hornquist gets another goal. Because apparently all he's doing is getting.
So that guy's playing for a big free agent contract right now.
Absolutely. He knows he wants $4.5 million, and he's going to get his $4.5 million. It just might not be from us. All right. Let's see. We should actually give Jamie Phillips the next game. Back to back.
Yeah, I don't want to wear Hellebuck down. I mean, Hutchinson's going to be back very soon, but Phillips could use the experience.
Yep. So.
And it's Nashville, who's not much better than Chicago?
No, we played Nashville. This will be versus Edmonton.
Oh, that was, okay, right. Which is actually, I think, literally the worst team in the. Oh, no, the Leafs are still worse than Edmonton.
Yes. Connor McDavid has 60 points in 66 games. Blake Wheeler is 2 points away from 500. And we beat them.
Taylor Hall's had a nice comeback. They basically got 1 line, though, and everything after that is really shaky.
We had 25 shots on net and scored 5 goals. They had 19 shots on net and scored nothing. And Patrick Hornquist gets another goal. Awesome.
And we got the rookie, the shutout in the second game.
Absolutely. Josh Morrissey, Julian Gauthier keep putting up points. Hornquist grabs another. Good overall game from everybody.
Yeah, we haven't been mentioning a lot, but Victor Hedman's had a great year for us after we spent all that money on him.
He should.
Looking like definite Norris candidate there. I mean, it's $8 million a year.
Yeah, you're paying. Michael Hutchinson's ready to come back. Well, what a perfect way to end Jamie Phillips' time.
Thanks for the shutout, Phillips, and now you can get sent down.
Down to Manitoba. And injured list. Almost
really down if you're not actually leaving the city. Over to the other dressing room.
Yeah, I think. Then slots back in as our number one goalie.
How do they work that anyhow with the arena? Do the Moose have a separate dressing room, or?
Yeah. When they announced it,
they do keep that separate. Yeah.
They built a separate dressing room for them. They also have a practice facility just outside the city. They built the MTS Iceplex, as it is known. One of the MJHL, Manitoba Junior Hockey League teams, plays out of it. There's, I think, 4 or 5 ice rinks attached, and so the Jets and Moose both practice there. And they actually built a huge second dressing room on there for the Moose as well. They built one for the Jets and then built one for the Moose.
Oh, at the practice place?
Yeah. It was big investments for both arenas.
Yeah, it had to be.
Actually, because it's a small world, a person I know was actually working on one of the crews that was working on the MTS Center at the time. And of course, they're doing it during the summer when no one's around, because, that makes all the sense in the world. And it was the first time he ever met, or he got to meet Paul Maurice, because Maurice was down kind of checking things out. And he said, I didn't realize how tall Paul Maurice was.
Is he a big guy? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, he's like 6'4", 6'5".
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's quite tall. And we got a game here against LA. Jonathan Quick, he must have been injured most of the year because he's only played in 12 games. I have to take a look at that. What's going on there? Let's sim through this game. And we won 4-1 over LA. 42 shots on net. Al Connor with 2 goals. Oh, there he goes. Snaps to it. 2 goals, 1 assist. Jacob Trouba, 1 goal, 1 assist. Victor Hedman adds another assist. And
I looked up the quick thing. He tore his ligament in his knee last April and didn't start playing until January the 26th.
Oh, that'll do it. For the first time since the trade, Hornquist has held off the sheet.
Breaks the streak.
Well, it just proved he was a good... Oh, I take it back. Nope, that's Quentin Howden. He was a +1, though. He only played 10/26. So the Jets continue to push toward the playoffs in a very good set. Which is exactly what we want.
I mean, definitely no complaints about Hornquist. We pretty much picked him up as an insurance guy in case somebody in the top 3 lines goes down, and he's scoring for us somehow.
Well, he's exactly very productive for a 4th line left wing. But he's also on our number 5-on-3 power play, which is proving...
He's not going to really get much time on that, though.
Well, no, but he's producing. And that's all that's important. And we got a game against Calgary. Sam Gagner has been waived for about the 90th time in his career. It's true. When hasn't that man been waived? $23. All right, versus Calgary. We'll quickly sim through this as well. Calgary is not in the top 12, so they're not having... Oh, sorry, take it back. They're number 3. They are having to get 83 points, and they just beat us 4-1.
Yeah, actually in first place in the Pacific, which isn't that much of an accomplishment because the Pacific has been terrible for most of this game.
Yes, Sam Bennett had 3 points. Jacob Trouba got a goal shorthanded. That's not very good. 11 penalty
How are
minutes.
we relative to Dallas right now in the Central?
Where are we? Currently, we are beating Dallas by 1 point. But Dallas...
we did get ahead of them, good.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Victor Hedman is injured.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no, and he's gone for intercostal strain out 5 days. That's not
bad. Big sigh of relief there, yeah.
I was
Brendan
pretty
Dillon finally finds his way back into the lineup.
Scratch him, and we'll just put Brendan. Now here's the question. Do we juggle the lines or just snap Brendan Dillon? Actually, no, I'm going to put Josh Morrissey up.
I'd move up everybody on the left side, or maybe you'd even swap Morrissey to the first pair because we've got him on the third pair right now, and he was great for us last year, so it's not going to hurt it too much having him top unit.
No, not at all. Morrissey can go there. Deal there. Okay, I think everything's covered now. That hurts. Losing a guy like that hurts. At least it's only 5 days.
But should only be for a couple of games. All right, looks like maybe 3 games with Flyers, Jackets, and Canucks.
We'll keep pushing. And let's see, Philly. Let's take a quick look at the standings. We got Philly and Columbus. And Philly is not doing that well. They're sitting at 500, 32, 32, and 5. 69 points. And Columbus...
half dozen or so points out of a playoff spot.
Is even behind them at 27, 30.
Even worse, yeah. We're, I think, into the soft part of the schedule right now. Wow.
Yeah. So should we play one of these games?
Canucks are actually the best out of those 3 teams. Say again?
Should we play one of these games?
Let's do the first 2, sim the first 2, and then play that Vancouver one at the end of it.
Oh, okay. I
think the last time we did that, we managed to nearly blow it, but we saved it at the last minute against Vancouver.
All right, we just beat Philadelphia 3-1. Taking a quick look at the stats here. Andrew Ladd scored a power play goal at the end of the game. Her first clincher. Good, strong win. I should also switch our goalies because I'm thinking about it right now. Since it's the back-to-back. Give Hellebuck another game. Can't be mad. The team's played very well this year.
Yeah, I mean,
especially
coming off of last season, the way we wound up getting knocked out in the first round of the playoffs and that upset.
And then losing our number 1
center. We stayed bounce back from that.
Great. Oh, you know what?
Yeah, I wonder how much time Scheifele's still gone for like 4 months at least.
Well, when we took him off, he still had, I think, 120 days. We lost 5-2 to Columbus. What? That is bad. But the good news is, Victor Hedman should be back shortly.
Yeah, don't think he's going to make it back in time for the Canucks game. He'll definitely be back for the rest of it.
He's back. He says,
he is? Okay, good.
I cannot not play the Canucks.
And the other good thing is we got 10 games left in the season and 7 of them are at home.
Okay. So I will flip Michael Hutchison back in. And we will continue pushing. As we wait to see, and so we'll play this game against the Canucks, whose roster continues to be hilarious. Oh wow, it's been 3 weeks and Blake Wheeler is... Whoa. Okay, we need to sit Blake Wheeler, apparently.
What happened?
He has a fitness level of 22%.
Okay, yeah, playing injured will do that. So, Brandon Prust, your time has come.
Exactly. So, Prust is coming in. And I think...
Probably swing...
I
think...
put Eberle up?
Hornquist, you could probably put Prust on the fourth line and then move Hornquist up because he's playing well enough to go on a higher line.
All right, let's move Hornquist
Eberle
right
on
up.
the first, Hornquist on the second?
Yeah, we'll move Hornquist. No, let's put Hornquist on the first. I got a good feeling. And
okay.
Brandon Prust is coming in. He actually just got sad.
Honestly, our second line might be better than the first with Matthews and Eberle and Ladd.
That's okay. That gives us a better balanced attack. Please check your... Oh, right. Now I got to fix everything. I forgot. Hornquist, you're going in on power play. No, can't be Gauthier. But Howden's going on power play. All right, there we go. And let's play this Vancouver Canucks game. First line is Jake Virtanen, Bo Horvat, and JT Miller. With Zach Bogosian and Lucas Sabiza on the point. And John...
Yeah, looking at the stats, Virtanen hasn't really panned out points-wise for the Canucks.
John Gillis. Who is John Gillis? Do you know John Gillis?
He was a starter in Calgary last year in the game. I mean, not in real life. I think. Yeah. It's like a mid-round pick by the Flames a few years ago.
Okay. How'd he end up in Vancouver?
But apparently, they thought so highly of him, they dumped him for a defenseman.
Oh.
Yeah, traded for. Looking it up now. Martin Marincin.
Okay.
That's how you say that?
I believe so.
Who had a pretty good year for Vancouver last year, but hasn't even made it into the NHL for Calgary. He got sent down to Stockton at the start of the year, and that's it. So apparently the Flames really figured they could do better in goal with somebody else.
Yes, fair enough. All right, you know, we talked about it a little bit earlier, but I wanted to get your take. What's your thoughts on the Jets naming Blake Wheeler as captain? And Jordan Eberle just scored to make it 1-0.
Seems like a pretty good pick. Wheeler came into the league so young. I always forget how old he actually is. He's, 30 now?
He just turned 30 years old today.
Oh, it's his birthday today, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
August 31st.
Yes, it is.
Happy birthday, Mr. Wheeler.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty solid pick.
Yeah, I was very torn on it, but I think so. He's made a commitment to be here. I just kind of hope he's going to be here for longer than 3 years myself. But
yeah, I mean, what were the other options? Myers, maybe?
Well, there's some talk about Bufflin. You know, I'm not sure that would...
not a good idea.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that does not strike
Jordan Eberle just scored again.
Who
the other one was
probably the best candidate for captain.
Mark Scheifele was a name that continued to pop up for quite a while, but I personally kind of thought they might end up just going without a captain this year and just running 4As.
Nah, if you're gonna do that, why not just name a captain? Doesn't seem that.
Well, because I think at some point Scheifele will be the captain of this team. And if you gave him another year to develop, maybe he would be ready for that. That being said, I have no problem with Blake Wheeler. because I do like him.
Yeah, no, that's a good choice.
There's not a guy who I think plays harder.
Look at it this way. At least they didn't make the goalie a captain.
Yes.
Not that anybody would ever do that.
That was head scratcher. That.
Yeah, that was.
But a very Vancouver Connect move, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm very excited for the start of the new season.
It's a little hard to get too excited as a Canucks fan right now because I know this is going to be an ugly one for us. I'm pretty sure of it. I mean,
come join the Jets.
We got Eriksson. Okay, that's a nice free agent pickup, but other than that,
I'm surprised they didn't sign Yuri Hudler or someone else to it, like a 1-year deal, kind of what he signed. Yeah,
I'm not sure they've decided even what they're doing. Are they trying for the playoffs, signing a guy like Eriksson, or are we building for the future? You got me.
Well, I thought they
trading away every decent prospect we've got.
I thought they might have had a chance, and then they traded a goalie, the wrong goalie, and then they traded the other goalie, and then they traded the next.
I mean, they recovered reasonably well from that. Miller was a nice signing, but
yeah, but I mean, they had essentially 3 guys who could have been starters, and they let them all go.
Yep.
I'm sorry, that Corey Schneider trade. The GM should have been fired on the spot for that. That one was.
It wasn't that bad. I mean, that got us Horvat, which is
to only get 1 first-round pick for him, though.
At the time, he wasn't really established as a starter yet, though. He'd only had the 1 year.
Yes, but having seen him in Winnipeg,
I wasn't that upset by it. I mean, it got a lot worse after that. Yeah.
It just, that was a head scratcher. There's no other one. And we continue to lead 2-1. Guess maybe this was a good game for us to sit out Blake Wheeler. I wonder how long his percentage had dropped to being that low. I'm glad I actually saw it this time.
Yeah, that may need. I'm not sure when our next game is after this. Gonna look it up. We've actually got 3 days off or 2 days off after this one. The next game is the Kings in 3 days, so he may be able to gain most of that back in that time. Might need 1 more out though.
We'll see. I'm sure Prost is happy to be in the lineup.
Yeah.
Ecstatic. And Dustin Byfuglien just scores his 10th goal of the season, assisted by Jordan Eberle and Austin Matthews, who Matthews adds his 40th assist of the season.
Yep, coming along nicely. 48 points in his first year, and he's walked way past 60 now, I guess.
I believe so, yeah. That's what you expect when you take a guy first overall.
Yeah.
Unless you're the Toronto Maple Leafs. In which case, I don't.
We're heading towards the first pick again this year, it looks like, in this game.
Yes, very much. And we're losing in shot total, 23-24. But we're up 3-1 at the end of the second.
Yeah, so we should be able to hold on to that and ideally keep ahead of Dallas for that first spot in the Central.
Yes. And we just scored again to make it 4-1. Morrissey and Howden with the assists. Brian Little got the goal. Right. I'm also kind of love the fact that Vancouver has another Tambellini on the team. Did you notice that?
Oh, in this game or?
Yes. And
I
Daniel
didn't see
Fidi.
it. Where is he?
Adam Tambellini. I'm not really sure what.
Oh yeah, Adam Tambellini. There we go. How'd he wind up there?
I don't know.
Oh, it looks like the Rangers, the Canucks traded Jordan Saban for him just a couple of weeks before this.
Okay.
Right at the deadline.
And we can. It's looking like a victory for the Jets. 9 seconds left and it stops. So Jordan Eberle could get his hat trick with 9 seconds. And his 30th goal of the season. Victor Hedman gets his 40th assist.
Little.
Perfect.
And we get 2 points.
Absolutely. Take a quick look at the box score here. Because I wanted to see how Brandon Press did. 7 minutes, 51.9 average for a game. That's not bad for a guy who has.
Yep.
Not bad at all.
He literally hasn't played once.
And well, 90 points.
9 games left to go. Most of those at home.
Yeah. Speaking of, we were talking about injuries before. I don't know if you heard or saw the football injury with Teddy Bridgewater, the Minnesota quarterback. That was not very pretty by all accounts.
Nope, didn't see that.
A non-contact play, just throwing the ball. He dislocated his knee, tore his ACL, and I believe they said he actually dislocated his femoral artery as well.
Jeez, on a non-contact play? What did he do? Just stepped wrong, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's a pretty big step wrong. We're just swimming through the yellow.
Yeah.
And I went, man, I don't recall that bad of an injury since, in hockey, since Zach Redmond of the Winnipeg Jets. Now, he was with Colorado. I think he just signed with somebody else. Who it was is escaping me. He got his leg cut open by another player in practice and almost did not make it. Victor Hedman had 3 assists in our last game.
Montreal. Zach Redmond's just signed with Montreal.
Montreal. Sure. But yeah, he's got a big, massive scar on his leg because he did cut the artery with a skate. And you just go, man, those are some ugly injuries at times. Did we trade Jack Johnson?
Did we? Yeah, I think we did. What did we get for him?
I'm taking a look here. Rossini. Who is a 3.5 defenseman. Okay.
Yeah, he's still in WHL, and he was, I think, their first rounder on a third rounder.
That's fine.
Wow, we kind of gave Johnson away a little bit cheaply, didn't we?
Well,
he's having a great year in the WHL, 60 points in 63 games, at least at the start of the save.
We needed to create some cap space there. And it looks like Blake Wheeler might be ready to come back. He's at 82% right now.
Might want to give him one more game, just let him get all the way back up to 100. Are you on game day right now, or is it...
Game day right now, he's at 97.
Nah, that'll be fine then.
Sorry, Brandon.
Back to the press box for Mr. Prest.
So Hornquist moves from the first to the fourth line. And
He actually scored less while he was on the first line, didn't he?
yes. Well, he clearly liked the matchups he was getting in the. And I think that's everything back in order. So we'll just actually quick sim through this game. Capitals. Actually, they're one of the top teams. Let's play the third period. And quick sim through the first period.
Actually, the top team in the league right now.
Yeah, it's 11-4 in shots, but the game's 0-0 at the end of the first. We are badly out shooting them, and we just scored. Adam Lowry got a goal. Victor Hedman got the assist, of course, with Jacob Trouba. We're out shooting them 26-14. So let's play the third period. And Kyle Connor tries to score, but is denied. And we continue. Oh, we're on a power play. Thrower. They have a defenseman named Thrower. That is an awesome name.
Dalton Thrower.
I need to know more about Dalton Thrower. He was a real pick of Montreal in the second round of the 2012 draft.
Yeah, pretty good player in the WHL. Doesn't look like he's done that much in the NHL so far. Washington traded for him earlier this year. Well, they actually traded Carl Alsner for him.
Yeah, well, with a name like Thrower, he should be the guy who does it, right? You would think. And we just scored again.
Ironically, he isn't much of a fighter.
Perfect. 2-0 us. Kyle Connor gets another goal. Assisted by Tyler Myers. So the good news is we're badly. The bad news is we're only up by 2 goals. And we continue. And Adam Lowry takes a penalty just to try and hurt him. Howden tries to clear the puck. Howden clears the puck. Howden stops clearing the puck. That's not a very good play. Just going to tell you. Right now. Also, this is very confusing. I just keep reading Adam shoots the puck. Oh, man. I'm not shooting the puck at all. And we killed off a penalty, at least, which is always good news. And Hornquist scores.
Back to the fourth line, you're scoring again.
Yeah, assisted by none other than Austin Matthews and Adam Lowry. Because why not? Excellent. You got to be happy when your team plays well enough to beat the top team, right? Prove we do both.
Yep, just as long as we don't get upset by the lower ranked team in the playoffs again.
It's not going to happen. And they just
last words
scored to make it 3-1. Griffin Reinhardt. Signed as a free agent. Right. Madison. Yeah. Kind of forget about him. He must be in the AHL, right? Yeah, finished up 3-1.
Real life or?
Yeah, real life. Because I think
he was in Washington last year, wasn't he?
I know he's drafted.
Oh no, I guess he didn't make it up. I know they drafted. I thought they had him up for a couple of games.
Oh, did they not have him up at all, or no?
Just double checking. I don't think so, though. I played the whole season in Hershey, 29 points in 70 games.
Oh, not bad.
Not a bad first year in the AHL, and was maybe expecting to do a little bit more. He was real good when we had him in Kelowna here.
Yes, he was pretty good hockey.
Probably the best skating defenseman we've had since Duncan Keith.
Yeah. I had him and Morrissey as a defensive pairing was pretty good. After Morrissey came over. And we got a couple of back-to-back games.
We're just going to sim through the rest of the way, get us to the end of the season for
I believe so. I'm just going to do a quick sim here. And we beat Chicago 5-2. Victor Hedman adds another 2 assists. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I got to stop here and take a look at who the league leader in assists is. So stats.
What do you cut out there?
Who the league leader in assists was. Victor Hedman's got 46. League leader is at 60. None other than, of course, Erik Karlsson. But Victor Hedman is a top plus-minus guy at plus 39. Adam Lowry is top shorthanded goals at plus 4, or 4 shorthanded goals. And we'll quickly play this Blues game. Buck in net. And we lost 5-1. What happened? Quentin Howden got the goal.
So 5 games left, and where are we in the standings with Dallas? Should be a little ahead of them, I think, still.
We are at 98 points. Dallas has fallen off. They're only at 90. Calgary has actually passed.
Yeah, so I'm not that surprised. They were at a really ridiculous record and had a really low goal differential, though. So
yeah,
they were probably getting lucky a lot of the time.
Calgary's at 93. St. Louis is at 91.
Okay, so we got a pretty good shot at another President's Trophy.
Absolutely. And we'll take a look at our scouting reports here. Not scouting reports, how our players are developed reports. And Patrick Hornquist, of course, regressed. Because he was going to. Nick Ehlers has had a good year. 64 points in 76 games.
Yep, coming along nicely there. And he's still got a little bit of room to improve, star ratings wise.
Oh, this is good,
he had
too.
A good year last year, too.
Nolan Patrick, 72 games played with Brandon, has 121 points.
Not doing too badly, I guess, in there. Although I think the last time we looked, they weren't even leading the division.
Didos Mathos has 97 points in 65 games. How are they not leading the division?
Saskatoon or somebody was having a really good year.
All right, let's take a quick look at that. We got time. And we'll switch it here to Western Hockey League. Look at standings. You're right. Saskatoon is still up by 3 points.
Oh, that's right, and that's the guy we got in as the throw-in for that when we traded what's his name away, DeLeo. Well, we got him as a throw-in, and then we traded him again in the Hornquist deal, so he's not with us anymore.
Oh, Thiessen.
But he's overage, and he's having a good year. Thiessen.
76 points. Not bad. But we should still be destroying them. Brandon.
It looks like they got a pretty good goalie, too.
Yeah. But overall, good.
They've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys that are sort of borderline NHL level. So, yeah, it's a solid team.
We just quickly simmed through Jets versus Hurricanes, and we won 3-0. Or 3-1. Sorry.
I think we're pretty, if that didn't clinch the division, that's real close to doing it.
Over 78 games, that's 9 points behind us, so that should not quite do it because they have 5 games, so they could still pass us. One more win and we should clinch. And board confidence update. Take a quick peek. Mark Chipman is happy and is satisfied with our work, and our green bar went just a.
Yeah, and we need one more game to clinch, and conveniently it's against the Hawks, who are probably still in last place at this point.
Oh, no, our next game is versus Arizona.
Oh, missed that one, yeah. We got a 3-game homestand, starts with Arizona and then Chicago.
Yeah, so hopefully we just clinch it right now with a 5-0 win. 49 shots on net.
Okay, looking good heading into the playoffs.
Victor Hedman, 2 goals, 2 assists. Just what you want out of your $8 million man. We sure took a lot of penalties, though. 14 minutes worth. Victor Hedman had a game rating of 100. Austin Matthews had a game rating of 100. You should win if that happens.
Yeah.
2 guys at 100. And that should wrap up first place for us.
Yeah, 3 games to go.
Still is hurt. Vinny LeCavalier is still playing in the NHL. Oh, it's fascinating.
Wow, 2018. He's hanging on to that contract.
Here's some good news, Jeff. Right now, we're roughly looking like we might play Vancouver in the first round.
So even if we get upset, I don't have to be too unhappy about it.
Exactly. Vancouver's hanging on to the 8th spot. And just take a look here. And they just fell out behind center. And I'm going to quickly play this game versus the Blackhawks. Sim through the end. 3-1 win for us. 41 shots on goals. Austin Matthews, again, 2 goals, 1 assist. That man has to be getting close to league MVP as well. Game rating of 99.3. Almost another perfect game rating.
I don't think Ovechkin's getting anybody's getting it away from Ovechkin.
Probably not. But he's played extremely well for us.
Yeah.
Which has been very important. And we'll finish off the season, and then I think we'll call on it. After we find out who we
see who our opponent is. And,
quick game versus San Jose. 6-1 win for us. Well, we're going in hot, apparently. Blake Wheeler, 2 goals.
Yes,
Cal Connor, goal and assist. Patrick
close
Hornquist.
it out against the Blues, and hopefully nobody gets hurt.
Oh, you just had to say that, didn't you? Do you remember what happened when you said that last year? What happened? Blake Wheeler goes down for 3 weeks.
Right.
That's what
So is it my fault for saying it, though, or for you? Is it your fault for dressing him in the last game of the season?
He's still getting dressed during the last game of the season. Everybody is. And we cross our fingers and hope nobody gets injured. Or we just bring up the entire AHL team.
There's probably a rule against that.
Our rosters expand. And Simend is a 4-3 win. We outshoot them 57-27. Victor Hedman leads us once again with 1 goal and 1 assist.
Should have won by more than that with that shot total. But the important thing, is anyone hurt?
I don't know yet. Victor Hedman had 49 assists on the year. We'll take some look at his stats. Josh Morrissey, game rating of 100. Nobody's time looks off, so that's a good sign to me. And nobody appears injured. Whew. And come on, Vancouver first round. I think we can all agree that we want this to happen. They're hanging on with a death grip onto 8th place.
Oh, I think I'd actually rather have them than the Kings are in 7th, I guess.
Yes, the Kings are in 7th. Arizona's in 9th.
And the Kings have that low point total because Quick was injured for most of the year, so that's a team you don't want to get in the first round because they're probably a lot better than a 7th or 8th place team.
Okay, apparently because of how the numbers worked out, we're going to get Minnesota.
Okay.
Because there's us, Dallas, St. Louis, Colorado, Minnesota. So Minnesota would be the second wildcard team. That's okay. Let's take a quick look here at the standings. So we play Minnesota, St. Louis plays Dallas, Colorado plays Calgary, and Vancouver plays LA. Detroit plays Washington. Carolina plays the New York Islanders, I believe. The New York Rangers play Montreal. And Florida plays Buffalo. Not a bad playoff.
Yep.
And let's just take...
Although pretty gruesome for the Canadian teams. Toronto's out, Ottawa's out, Edmonton's out. Oh, yeah. I guess relative to real life last year, it's not too bad.
Exactly. I'm just going to take a quick look here. Wow, we actually had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 guys play all 82 games. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
And 4 more play 81 games. Taking a look. Jordan Eberle led the team with 73 points. Who would have guessed that? Not us.
Yeah.
More surprising, Eberle has exactly a 50% face-off percentage. I mean, he is a winger.
Which is probably like 10 face-offs, but...
50% on the nose, always good.
Face-off-wise, we're not doing so great. Everybody...
Well, our third line...
It's actually one of the better ratings on the team.
Well, Austin Matthews, who's our number 2 guy, is 50.9. Kyle Connor was 50.8. Little's 51.1. Andrew Kopp. You know, that's not great, but it means we're winning about half the time, so that's not terrible.
Yeah, just not dominant or anything.
Yeah. Numbers are all pretty good. I mean, you can see we're pretty even on scoring. Lowest guy has 3 points, but he only played in 29 games. Otherwise, everyone's 18 points or above. It's not bad. Not bad at all. All right. Anything else we should look at before we go, Jeff?
No, I think we're pretty much all ready to go for the playoffs. Everybody is relatively healthy. Oh, how much time, just theoretically, does Shifley have left out?
Take a quick look, and he's still gone for another 94 days.
Yeah, so there's absolutely no way we're seeing him again this season, unfortunately.
No.
But we got Hornquist scoring for us now, so not quite as big a loss.
Absolutely. So, all right. Thank you very much for tuning in to another Franchise Hockey Manager 2 broadcast. We stream live every Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. Maybe you're watching this live with us right now, or maybe you're catching our YouTube archive, which is on youtube.com/OOTP Developments. The archives go live later in the week. If you would like to talk with us about all things Franchise Hockey Manager or just hockey, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Franchise Hockey Manager or on Twitter at Franchise Hockey. You can also come to our official forums, which is www.ootpdevelopments.com, and come talk about Franchise Hockey Manager, Out of the Park Baseball,